meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mind if I take a seat?
Please do.
Thank you. Well, thank you for taking the time out. I know you have a really busy schedule, so I appreciate you, taking the time to meet with me today. Jimmy's told me a great deal about you and your company, and I'm kind of eager to, learn more. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was really good. We're in the middle of the week now, so just looking forward to the next one.
Did you happen to, catch some of the Oscars on Sunday night?
Yes, I did watch them. I kind of fell asleep halfway through though.
Yeah.
Getting old.
No, yeah, I mean, Ellen DeGeneres, her opening was, was really good. That was, a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, you excited, for the warmer weather to hopefully kick in soon?
Absolutely. I'm a little bit of a snowboarder, so I've been making the most of the snow, but also looking forward to the beach weather.
Definitely. All right, well, here's my business card. I just want to give it to you. After our meeting, if you have any other, comments or questions, anything like that, feel free to email me or call me. I'm available, most of the time. Just want to make sure that we still have 10 minutes to meet today. Is that correct?
Yeah, 10 minutes. I'm a little bit running around today, but if Ginny says I should meet with someone, I trust her opinion.
Okay.
So that's why I had you in.
Are there any other key decision makers that would benefit from meeting with us today?
Not right now. Let's just stick to you and I.
Okay, sounds good. Do you mind if I take some notes?
No issue, no problem.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I guess I'll just kind of set the agenda first of all. Just kind of give you a little bit of background about me, see who we are. Ask you some questions, about your current situation, and then maybe hopefully come up with a solution. At the end of today, maybe set up another meeting for some time later. So a little bit about EMC. We're a global leader in helping businesses and service providers use their information technology as a service. So our products and services help manage, store, protect, and analyze all their information in a very cost-effective way. We work with anyone from Fortune 500 companies all the way down to small and medium-sized businesses like yourself. So I guess one of my first questions is, how are you currently managing your data?
Yeah, right now we just use a system called, it's directly attached storage or DAS, where we just store everything on the servers. So as we grow, as we need more space, more capacity, we just buy new servers. We get a pretty good deal with the person we buy our servers from now, so that's just kind of how we're managing things.
And how happy are you with this current system?
You know what, it works. It's something that we've been doing forever. We've been doing it since the bank was founded. I'm comfortable with it. The two other individuals that I work with are comfortable with it. So we're happy with how things have been going thus far. I mean, there's little things here and there. Servers break. Anything that's a machine has the ability to break, but we try to get it up and running as quickly as possible.
Perfect. I know you guys are expanding into a new location in Hopkinton, Mass. I'm sure you're pretty excited about that.
Yes, that's a big thing for us. This is our first time really expanding since we were founded. And yeah, we anticipate hopefully some more clients. There'll probably be some more growth as well, but that's all something that we're considering and trying to plan ahead for.
Okay, so do you guys have sort of like a roadmap kind of lined up for how you're going to kind of go about this current expansion?
That's a very good question. So that's something that I'm currently working on right now, trying to figure out what we're going to do, if we're going to model what we're doing today in the second location, if we're going to make some changes. I know that I have to present some solutions to my boss to figure out what we think is the best thing to do. So that's what a lot of my time is consumed with right now. Besides managing everything that we have, is figuring out what we're going to do next.
Okay, and so obviously as you continue to grow, do you think that your current system is going to sort of be able to keep up with your current growth?
That's the hope, right? I mean, as we've grown in the past, we continue just to buy new servers. I think we probably are going to have to make an investment in new servers as well for the other branch. So it's just figuring out and trying to estimate what it is that we're really going to need.
Okay, and so do you think you have any, upfront concerns about having, just using the same direct detached storage in your new location?
I think for us, the biggest concern right now is, like I said, it's just myself and two other individuals that work in IT, and right now we don't have really any plans for expansion. Okay. So time and management is something that I'm really nervous about. Knowing that we're going to be able to split time in both location, get everything up and running. I even have to come in here on some weekends, and I get to miss, my kids' sports games. I'm a big Pats fan, so there's a lot that goes into it and a lot of time and energy.
All right, so I mentioned that you guys are coming in on the weekends. Is that because you guys are having, I know you mentioned, when you're working with machines like this, there is some sort of bugs that you have to fix and data loss. Have you guys experienced any data loss recently?
So we haven't really experienced any true data loss, but things have stopped working or things have shut down, and that has required me to come in and spend some weekends maintaining and fixing them.
Okay, and are there any other reasons that you would have to come in on the weekend?
Sometimes if we need to make updates to the system, like you said, that might not be something we're able to do when people are actually using the system during normal working hours, so that might require me coming in on the weekends and working overtime.
Going back to sort of the security and data loss, if you were to have, you know, a big, huge data loss, how do you think that would affect your overall company?
Oh, it wouldn't be good, right?
Yeah.
We're a bank. We have a lot of important information, social security numbers, people's debit cards, credit cards, all of that information. So that it's instrumental that we always have that up and running.
Yeah. You know, when you expand to your new location, have you thought about hiring more IT staff to sort of help out, you know, with the transition with your new location?
Well, one of the reasons why, you know, our bank has always been successful is we've always been really good at cutting down on costs and really only spending where necessary. I think right now they're under the assumption that we're going to be able to handle things with the people that we have right now. So that's really why I'm trying to figure out what is it that we can do when we open up this second branch to kind of make all this work together.
Yeah, exactly. And do you think you're going to have to be traveling between both locations to sort of help manage it?
Probably. That's probably going to happen, at least at first.
Okay. So I mean, I guess from kind of summary of what you've told me so far, I just want to make sure I have all this right. You know, you're kind of concerned about the time. Obviously, you know, you don't want to come in on the weekends and be fixing things. You'd rather spend that time with your family, that sort of thing. You know, as to the future of your growth, you know, making sure that what you have now is going to be able to, you know, support this new growth, and making sure you have, you know, enough storage and you're not losing any of this data, because this data is very important to you guys and important to your customers, that you guys don't lose this data. Obviously, you don't want any huge data loss. So I'm wanting you to be interested in hearing about a product that EMC has, you know, that can help you alleviate all these pain points that you're having, not having to come in on the weekends, not being worried about, you know, losing all your data, and, you know, being able to sort of help with as you expand into this new branch. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, it's something I'd be interested in, but I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. When I think of EMC, I think a big company does a lot of really great things, but seems overly complex.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely, a lot of customers that we initially start to work with, that is also one of their very main big concerns. You know, as I said before, we do work with Fortune 500 companies, but a lot of our business is done with small to medium-sized businesses like yourself, because, you know, that's kind of the heart of, you know, the U.S. economy, is all these small businesses. So, you know, we take pride in, you know, valuing each of our customers on, you know, on the same level as, you know, we have a great customer support system. So, I mean, I do think we do work very well with small businesses, so I don't really think that that should be a huge problem.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So I have this little visual here that sort of, you know, explains the VNXE. Its motto is simple, efficient, and affordable. So simple. It's got this very nice user-friendly interface. All the applications you need, you know, if you need whatever sort of reports that you need, you know, managing your data, it's just one click away. It's very easy to use, very easy to train how to use. You know, I know, you know, some people might not want to, you know, learn a new system. That might be hard, but it is very simple to use once you know how to use it. Efficient. You know, it creates real-time reports, so you're not going to be looking at old data. It's constantly updating itself. You know, you're able to look at past trends and past growth of your company, and it can predict, you know, what sort of the future might bring, as, you know, maybe a couple years down the road, opening up a new branch, things like that. As well as affordable. Buying servers, I mean, you might get the servers that you buy now at a cheaper price, but this device is just a one-time investment. It's unlimited data, so we use the cloud technology. So, you know, as you continue to grow, you're not going to be having to buy more and more of these devices. It's going to be able to hold all your data on that. And so it's just a one-time upfront cost that you're going to be spending, and then after that, you know, you're not really going to be having to spend, you know, much more money. And I know, like you said before, cutting costs is really important to you. So I think that this product, it's also a product that's very ideal for small businesses like yourself. So I think something like this is definitely something that's going to be very compatible with your company.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really interesting, and it sounds like EMC has come a long way and has really come down market, but I have to be honest, you know, I'm not a decision maker here. I don't sign the checks. I'm not really much of an influencer either, but, you know, that's my boss and my boss's boss. They're the ones that make a decision. So I'd love to give you an answer like, yeah, this is great, we want to do it, but that's just something I'm not at liberty to do.
Okay, I mean, would you be open to maybe, you know, talking to Alex and maybe the owners, and maybe setting up a time, you know, next week? They can come in, they can hear more about the product. I mean, I'd love to have your backing on this, and then kind of go to them, you know, make sure that you're enthusiastic about it, you know, something that you want for your company, and then, you know, having them hear more about it, and hopefully, you know, get everyone on board. Is that something that we could do, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I can have a conversation with Alex and see if there's something, you know, if he's willing to sit in, and maybe if you want to send me a tentative invite, we can go from there.
Okay, yeah, I mean, just maybe Wednesday at 2 o'clock next week work for you at all?
Yeah, that should be fine. Let me
Okay.
see if Alex can join as well.
Okay.
All right, great. It
Sounds
was nice
good.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, thank you.